What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Scott here from FudgeMuppet, today with another guide all about the best melee setup in the Automatron DLC for your robot companion. Now, one of the best ways to go about this is of course the Assaultron setup, but there's one difference that I really want to suggest to you guys, and that's the sentry head. If we're going all out melee, the reason for this is we want the unstable helm, which is Ahab's helm, which actually gives burning damage to our melee targets. On top of this, we have Tesla coils for our body, and on top of this, we have the Warmonger spiked plates everywhere and serrated plates, depending on which one it is. Basically, just plates that do bleeding damage for melee. And then, of course, there is the final but most essential ingredient to this build, and that's the hammer saws. The hammer saws do bleeding damage, but plus they stagger. They're one of the more powerful melee weapons, but the staggering is just phenomenal. And if you see here, it just staggers and staggers and staggers, and it's so powerful, and it's far better than the Stealth Blade or the Shish Kebab, mainly because of the staggering. It keeps Deathclaws at bay, therefore allowing you to get more of that just damage in, stopping your robot from getting knocked away or dying or anything. The Tesla coils and the burning damage and the bleeding damage is all constantly happening to your opponent while you constantly stagger them with these hammer saws, as well as just delivering a shit ton of damage. It truly is one of the best setups, and what I've got here is actually the sentry body, and the reason I picked the sentry body is for that extra bit of health. Now, you don't have to go with the sentry body, but I just wanted to make this particular robot nice, big and bulky with his big hammer saw arms. And the other thing I just like to say is, out of all of the legs, I find that the Assaultron legs are the best for a melee build because of the movement, and they're the right sort of pace of fastness. And unlike the Mr. Handy thruster, they actually allow you to put a good amount of armor on the legs, and that gives bleeding damage, and it just ends up being a lot more versatile and powerful than just the jet thruster. Anyways, that was just a little quick guide on giving you some recommendations on how to build your melee character. You can kind of copy the one that you see on screen here, and you should be pretty good. This footage is all filmed on normal, and of course this would work on survival, so if it's cleaning up this easily on high level enemies on normal, on survival it should do perfectly fine. Anyways, I'm Scott from FudgeMuppet. I'll see you later with more Automatron content.